come to the important part of the evening. The awards will be up next. Just before we start, I would like to pay special tribute to all of our important sponsors, without whom we would not be able to put these fabulous awards on tonight. If you want to gain any more information about them, you can speak to them if they're on your table. Congratulate them for helping make this such a brilliant night. There's also a QR code, I think, on the cards, on the table centres that you can scan and get more information. They are all local Aberdeenshire businesses and we applaud them. So thank you very much to all of them. It's a brilliant night. It's about celebrating the absolute very best of Aberdeenshire. You saw some incredible singing talent earlier on in the evening, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of our winners and nominees tonight. Now, I'm up here doing this part of the evening, but I am delighted to say I have a very special VIP co-host. None other than, please give a warm welcome to the Provost of Aberdeenshire, Judy White.
Thank you very much, Chris, and good evening to everyone. I hope you're suitably impressed that Chris and I are colour coordinated tonight. I was so impressed last year when Chris turned up all sort of coordinated with the theme of the room. I decided I would do the same, so I've channeled my inner Chris to match. But I was a bit concerned when I came in thinking I might just actually blend into the background too much. So if you just see the chain in the photographs, that'll explain it. But I would just like to echo what Chris has said about what a privilege it is to be at these awards and to present them. And again, thank you to the sponsors and thank you to all of you for coming here to join us. For those of us who attend these awards each year, it is so lovely to be back here and back in Meldrum House. But the real special privilege of these evenings is getting to meet all of you, all of the finalists. For some of you, this will be a new experience. It really is a big achievement to be here, so well done again to all of you. I would like to take this point to thank our very talented solo piper who met us on arrival. It was so lovely to arrive at Meldrum House tonight on such a lovely evening and to be piped in. So thank you very much to Amy from Turriff Academy for joining us this evening and providing that welcome. A big theme of this night is to showcase the amazing musical talent that we have in our Aberdeenshire schools. And we certainly got off to a good start with the piping, and then we had Inch Primary School Choir. And of course, who can resist the charms of a primary school choir? And I think you'll agree they did get us off to a very cheerful and colourful start. I just loved all their bright T-shirts just to welcome us there. And so thank you to them. And now we have a lovely opportunity to hear from yet more of our Aberdeenshire school talent. This time it's Jamie Hesketh. Jamie goes to Mackey Academy and we are honoured that she has agreed to play for us tonight. Jamie is a classical pianist and she's going to be performing two pieces. The first is Rosemary and the second is Chanson de Chasseur. So please welcome Jamie to the stage. Thank you, Jamie.
Jamie Hesketh, everyone. Congratulations. Absolutely sensational. Sensational. Thank you, Jamie. Super. Whew. Phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. Didn't I tell you, we are just literally showing the very best of this incredible county. And I have to say, Jamie from Mackay Academy also repping the south of the Shire. When I was speaking to the youngsters from Inch, I was just saying to them, I said, I hope you slay tonight. And they were like, well, we prefer if we were preppy. So, so much has changed in a year. The language has changed an awful lot amongst young people. And it is a constant battle. But it is fabulous to be here tonight. And I can only say it is a huge privilege for me to be up on the stage. I think, and it's not really by my maths, it's by the wonderful organiser behind this, Sarah Rochester's maths. This is the 12th iteration of the Inspiring Aberdeenshire Awards that the council team have pulled together. 12 years of showcasing just why Aberdeenshire is so spectacular. Now, over the last few months, our camera crew have been zipping from A to B, from Deeside to Banffin, Backen, Buchan and Kincardineshire and all parts in between, so that we can show our finalists and share their stories with you tonight. And we're going to start with our first award. And our first award tonight is Aberdeenshire's Future Award. And it's a pleasure if I can invite on stage Councillor David Keating, the chair of the Education and Children's Services Committee, to come on and get things started. Thank you very much. Give a warm welcome, David Keating.
Well, good evening. It is truly a pleasure to be back on stage here tonight, and I am honoured to be again handing out the first award of the night. I'm taking it as a sign that I did okay last year. So as Chris said, this is the Aberdeen's Future Award, and it's presented to a young individual, under 25, who has shown great leadership. And by showing that leadership has helped to inspire and motivate others in support of a local cause. So let's have a look at the finalists in this category.
Remy Salvin is a remarkable young man who at 18 years old has shown great leadership in his local community of Mearns, as well for others across Aberdeenshire. As a student at Mearns Academy, Remy demonstrated a keen interest in community and youth matters and joined Mearns Youth Forum in second year. In this youth-led group, Remy encouraged healthy discussions and debates on a wide range of topics and promoted youth activism. With a strong interest in the environment and sustainability, Remy coordinated and participated in litter picks and highlighted school uniform concerns. In 2021, Remy was elected as a member of the Scottish Youth Parliament. He's a member of the Lawrence Kirk Gala Committee and the local community council. The list of his activities and roles is vast, and he shows true leadership to other young people around him. Kai is an inspiring young man who's been active in the Aboyne community for a number of years. He's worked hard in his role as an MSYP and Scottish Youth Parliament since he was 14, with a particular focus on championing the voices of young people and anti-bullying campaigns. He was instrumental in bringing to fruition a youth cafe in Hub, a skate park in Bankery, and continues to campaign for one in Afford. He's raised money by running 50 miles for veterans. Despite being enrolled into Aberdeen University at 16, he still manages to return to Aboyne Academy to hold talks on various campaigns to the younger pupils. His is a name to watch. Elliot has always felt strongly linked to Aberdeenshire and loves to talk about the rich history and beauty his home has to offer. His community spirit began aged 8 when he started with the scouting movement. And over the years, he's raised thousands of pounds for local causes by participating in charity events, gaining his bronze, silver, gold and platinum Scout awards. Recently, he's been taking part in a project to explore filmmaking in the area and promote a sustainable local film industry. Elliot has also been on stage, dancing at the Lemon Tree, the Music Hall and the Royal Albert Hall in London. More recently, he was invited to Aberdeen to work with a group of young people who'd been settled in the area after fleeing war in Ukraine. It's clear Elliot applies himself with passion to each and every project and is a real role model.
To express my gratitude that I didn't have to make this decision, but the winner of the Aberdeenshire Future Award is Remy Salvan. This way. Congratulations. That's what I was going to say, thank you.
Oh, congratulations to Remy, our first award winner of the night. Commiserations, but also congratulations to all of our nominees as well. To get this far in the process does truly mean you are a winner in, well, certainly my eyes, in everyone's eyes. It is phenomenal. Now, next up, we are looking for our Inspirational Volunteer Award winner. And I'd like to introduce another councillor. This time it's Alan Turner, Chair of Infrastructure Services Committee, to present this award. Please welcome to the stage Alan Turner.
Thank you. As they say, remember the brief last year was, if David did it right, remember what he did and copy him and say it out more or less the same. I will start with saying exactly the same thing. It gives me great pleasure to actually be here tonight, to not only hear the different stories everybody is the finalists, but actually to announce the winner of the Inspirational Volunteer Award. So this is given to the individual or group who has gone the extra mile by volunteering for a local initiative that makes a difference to the lives of others or communities. And our finalists are, let me see the video.
Portlethen Youth Club is run by a small team of volunteer youth workers. They've been open for just a few years. They support young people aged 10 and above to build relationships, grow in confidence and try new things. It's recognised there was not much in the community for this age group before the youth club came along. Young people can attend at no cost, and now as many as 30 people each week enjoy different sessions, playing games and meeting new people. The volunteer group who run the club are a real credit to Portlethen, and parents say there is so much reassurance knowing the kids are safe and supported. Bill has been volunteer chairman of the Balmedy Leisure Centre for 14 years. He's raised over £1 million in funding for the benefit of the charity and its community projects, which include the building of the beachside coffee shop, a new inclusive playground, equipment and sessions for children with ASN, classes and events for senior citizens and the more vulnerable, and his current project to improve parking at the football pavilion. Bill has led the Leisure Centre Committee through the rough and the smooth, all whilst working a full-time job, being a busy dad and granddad. Bill asks for nothing in return, and the community of Balmedy would not have such facilities and access to a huge range of activities if it wasn't for his commitment. In the nomination, Andy was described as the heart of New Pitsligo. He spent many years dedicating his time to putting on events for children and young people. What he puts on is free, with a nod to hardship faced by many families. It takes the form of shows and events like a murder mystery night, a Harry Potter themed experience, and his yearly light show, as well as fundraisers in the community. The group he set up is called Adventures, and the 2024 calendar includes superhero theme events, ladies' nights, musicals, discos, and an over-16s horror trail. The Adventures calendar is a firm favourite in the new Pitsligo community and is credited with bringing the community closer.
And the winner is, if I can pull it out the envelope, Bill Murray.
But you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running. I want it out of place. Lately, I've been moving close to the edge. Still be looking my best. I stayed on the beat, you can count on me. I ain't missing no steps. 'Cause every romance shakes and it bends. Don't give a damn. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face.
Oh, well done to Bill. Well done to all of our nominees. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know how people find all this time in their days. It is remarkable. I believe my children. It's definitely their fault. It's definitely. Where are we now? We're up to our third award already. It's just brilliant. Remember what I was saying about wedding cheeks? That, and you'll feel clapping hands as well. Oh no, this is a brilliant award as well. This is the Heart of Aberdeenshire Caring Award. And I'm delighted to say, please welcome onto the stage Councillor Anne Stirling, Deputy Leader of Aberdeenshire Council and Chair of the Communities Committee. This event, and this award, I should say, is also kindly sponsored by TPS Fruit and Veg. Anne, good evening.
Thank you very much. So, good evening, everyone, and this is the Heart of Aberdeenshire Caring Award. It's presented to a person or a group who has had a significant and positive impact on the lives of vulnerable people. Our nominees care for others either through the course of their employment, care for a family member, or act as a volunteer carer. So let's have a look at the finalists for this year.
Lindsay is one of the founders, trustees and volunteers of North East-based maternal mental health charity Lantern. She's also a change agent with Maternal Mental Health Scotland and a Girl Guiding Unit leader. She dedicates so much time, passion and heart into everything she does, especially her work to help others. Lindsay has supported countless mums at a very tough and vulnerable time in their lives, not only sharing her own experience, but listening with compassion and care. She also goes the extra mile, striving to help and support every single person who reaches out to her. The nomination for Lindsay said, "I can't begin to imagine where I would be were it not for her understanding, professional knowledge and personal experience. I consider it an honour to know her and to see the work she carries out." Danielle works extremely hard to ensure that everyone in Peterhead is treated with dignity and respect. Ensuring she can play a part in properly integrating more vulnerable families is clearly a priority, and one which she goes over and above to achieve. She's organised a food bank for the entire community at her local school, a community barbecue fun day, and she's run free raffles to allow children and families the opportunity to win experiences that they might not be able to afford themselves. She's organised a community big breakfast, providing free breakfast to all, and she sources clothing, resources, opportunities for not just the school but the community. What makes Danielle special is her resourcefulness and the fact that she understands what her community needs. Amanda is the care home manager at Eden Home Care Home in Stonehaven. Amanda shows an exemplary dedication to her service, which goes above and beyond the expectations of her as a care home manager. Amanda is an inspirational leader for her team. She's usually found out and about in the home, leading by example with the knowledge and skills that she's developed over many years' experience. She knows all the residents very well and embodies a true sense of a person-centred approach. She really wants to ensure that every resident has a good quality of life and can participate in activities that enhance their well-being. Amanda is a role model for others in the care sector and a valued member of her community.
So congratulations to all nominees, but I'm delighted to announce that the winner is Amanda Rennie. Unfortunately, Amanda can't be with us tonight, but we're all sending her our congratulations and very best wishes, and we'll absolutely make sure this trophy is delivered to her. But I do believe Alex Perry, one of the Health and Social Care Partnership Managers, will take that task on and deliver it to Amanda. Thank you.
Fantastic. Congratulations to Amanda. Now, where are we? We're already 3 in. 3 incredible winners in the bag already. Now, I've said throughout this evening that Aberdeenshire is such a special place. It's really special to me. I absolutely love it. Yes, I was born here, but I moved away and lived away for a long time. And it was only when I was almost 29, that I moved back here. And I didn't plan to stay this long. I didn't really have a plan. But it's been impossible to leave. I absolutely love it. Where else can you spend the morning sledging, the afternoon surfing, and then the evening washing it down with OG sticky toffee pudding? Oh. To be fair, it was the sticky toffee pudding, I think, that kept me here. Thanks to the New Britain. Anyway, it's an absolutely brilliant place to come and live. And just a wee aside as well, I was speaking to one of the new Aberdeen footballers. I won't mention who they are because it is personal. But I was talking about being born in Inverurie. I don't know how it came up. And he says, I'm just actually up there because we're about to have a baby. And I just thought this was brilliant. Somebody who's come from another land who's going to create another little Inverurian and create their own story around Aberdeenshire, their own memories, and contribute to this incredible and diverse, wonderful place to live. So that tickled me a bit, and I thought, that's a nice warm feeling. I'll share that one. So hopefully it all goes well for them. 3 awesome winners in the bag, but as you can imagine, not just our nominees and finalists tonight, but hundreds, if not thousands, were nominated tonight to be entered into the awards. So finding 8 winners out of that was incredibly intense. And I don't envy the judges. The councillors have mentioned that. Incredibly hard. I mean, how do you pick between worthy winners, everyone who's here tonight? But it was clear throughout, there was many nominations that just didn't even get onto the shortlist, but there are still plenty of spectacular things they're involved in and are also happening here. So we decided to try and paint a little picture of all of that for you. We're calling this Aberdeenshire's Best Bits of 2024. Enjoy.
We get together each year to celebrate our Inspiring Aberdeenshire finalists. Hundreds of nominations, 8 categories, 3 finalists in each category. What the names up on screen tonight don't show is the immense amount of amazing work taking place across Aberdeenshire every day. And all those nominations that you don't see tonight are testament to that. Many just narrowly missed out on a place on our shortlist, But they all deserve to be praised because they really are some of Aberdeenshire's best bits. We were reading nominations about food banks, providing crisis support to many, giving hope and care to those in need. A nomination for people who establish and continue to run cycle clubs to get people moving in their communities. Recognition for colleagues like pupil support assistants who go over and above to help kids in their care with more complex needs. Groups like Turf and Bloom got a nomination for their contribution to the community and its wider appeal. We saw a nomination for a young woman in Aberdeenshire who, among other things, is representing Scotland at the International Meeting of Young Beekeepers this year. For people in Aberdeenshire who organise the collection of toys for Christmas, collecting all year round so they can help brighten the festive period for people who are struggling to make ends meet. There was a nomination for a man who, despite his young age, has been an integral part of Peterhead's sailing club and is now one of the group's biggest champions. A nomination for someone using their role in a community basketball team to tackle issues of bullying and isolation among young people. We have communities planting over 400 trees in Bankery, fundraising for accessible play equipment, restoring old buildings like the Vinery in Banff. We have traditional Scottish music groups keeping our traditions alive. Firefighters who in their own time help their communities when bad weather or emergencies hit. People who take time every day to care for friends, family or neighbours. People who fundraise and donate. People who champion and advocate. Our nomination inbox was flooded in 2024 with incredibly deserving recognition. More than in one night we could ever do full justice to. Do you know someone who might be next?
This is fantastic. Well done to everybody and well done to everyone that was nominated. We're up to our fourth award. Are you ready for it? Yeah. Oh. You know what I'm going to have to do? Are you ready for it? That's it. Come on, you're representing the Shire here. Don't forget. Right, we're up to number 4, our Cultural Award, which is sponsored by Oxygen Finance. And introducing it tonight, please welcome to the stage Councillor Ron McHale, our Deputy Provost, and the finest jacket here tonight.
Good evening. Don't you scrub it well? And that's just the men. It's a bit interesting watching the best bits, isn't it? Because if you come every year, you've got to remember what you wore last year, that you don't wear the same next year. So thank you for this opportunity to present this award. I'm sure that every one of my colleagues who came up to this stage tonight believes that their category to be the best, the most reflective of Aberdeenshire. But I hold a great amount of affection for being able to hand out the Culture Award for this event. This award is given to an individual or community group who has made an excellent contribution to the promotion of local culture in Aberdeenshire. And here are the finalists.
Jane and her class at Monymusk School are truly championing the dialect of Doric on a now national stage. They work hard to meaningfully promote Doric amongst the school and the wider community, and are constantly going above and beyond to inspire the next generation to adopt and keep the local dialect alive. It was this consistent learning which inspired the pupils of P1, 2 and 3 to want to share their love of Doric with the wider community, with the class deciding to write a book about the local legend, Jock the Giant o' Benihee. It took a year of planning, illustrating and writing the book, which has now sold over 500 copies, and they were invited to meet the then Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and visit the House of Commons to explain the inspiration behind it. They won Scots School of the Year at the Scots Language Awards and the Bairns Book of the Year. Jane's passion has been passed on to her pupils and has allowed them to turn their dreams of publishing a book which shares their love of Doric into a reality. Everyone who knows Sandy says his knowledge and love for the village of New Deer is second to none. Despite being in his 90s, he's dedicated his life to serving the people of New Deer. His long life has allowed him to acquire many stories of life in the village and is known as a valuable source of nearly lost traditions and tales. He recorded his memories, local traditions and myths and set them down before they're lost forever. His book, New Deer and Runaboot, A History, has recently been published. Sandy understands the importance of the past in creating a sense of place in the present. He's a founder member of the Book of Deer project over 30 years ago and retains a keen interest in the work. Along with other accolades, Sandy is a valued and loved member of his community, whose enthusiasm for keeping traditions alive is valued by everyone. In their corner of Aberdeenshire, nestled on Deeside, the Burst Community Trust are active in championing local history and heritage. The Trust is active in a number of restoration projects, including the Bucket Mill and Sooter's Shop in Burst Kirk. Their work opens up fascinating and little-known buildings to the community and encourages a glimpse back in time. They're working with partners on archaeological survey and historical research and have established the Burst Parish Archive at Fingin Old School. This now safeguards many old photographs, documents, other local history records and a collection of interesting local artefacts. In their role, they're keeping traditions alive, but importantly making sure they're safeguarded for many years to come.
Now for the exciting bit. And the winner is the Burst Community Trust.
And the myths, the testaments they told, the moon and its eclipse, and Superman unrolls a suit before he lived. But I'm not the kind.
Yeah, tremendous there. I mean, I think we actually featured the shoemakers, the cobbler shop on the STV News at 6. STV News 6, highly recommend it. And it was fascinating. I still need to up my TikTok game. I'm not sure. I'm having ideas. I'm sure we can translate something we do and put it on TikTok and I'll get 10 views. Anyway, we're up to our next award. We are already on to award number 5, the Beautiful Aberdeenshire Environmental Award, which is sponsored by the In-Stock Group, and thank you very much to them. Presented tonight by Councillor Sarah Dickinson, Chair of the Sustainability Committee. Sarah.
Good evening. What a wonderful evening we're having. It's my pleasure and my privilege to present this award. The Beautiful Aberdeenshire Environmental Award is for an individual or group who's working hard to help nurture and enhance our area's natural beauty through environmental initiatives. So let's hear more about our finalists.
The Uri Riverside Park is currently being developed by the community of Inverurie for people and wildlife together on the floodplain of the River Uri. It's a unique long-term project creating a large semi-natural park in the heart of the town by the community for the community. The development of the 61-hectare park started in 2016 following extensive community consultation. The plan is to develop the park from a former barley field into a biodiverse, accessible park. A lot of different habitats are being created, including native woodland, extensive wet wildflower meadow, amenity grassland and seasonal wetland areas. Other areas of the park are being allowed to develop through natural regeneration. In terms of wildlife, the area is home to many nationally scarce or declining species, including at least 25 pairs of skylarks, grey partridge, sandpipers, yellowhammers, sedge warblers and reed buntings. Otters are present in the river and 2 badger sets have developed. Kingfishers, ospreys, buzzards, peregrines, sparrowhawks, red kites and barn owls have also been seen too. The park is a well-used local amenity. The work of the Riverside Group shows what can be done to work alongside nature to face the challenges of a changing world. Shark is an environmental group based in Johnshaven. Established in 2006, the volunteer group promote and protect wildlife and habitats in their local area. They work to support migrating swifts from Africa and installed hedgehog highways, and they're active in protecting local species. One of their main areas of work is in encouraging a more sustainable lifestyle for the residents, and in particular they carry out and promote activities which reduce the village's contribution to global warming. This takes the form of green waste composting, beach cleans and village litter picks. The group recognise the important role that communities can have when they pull together to reduce our collective impact on the planet. Bill, to those who know him, has worked tirelessly to create and maintain Fraserburgh Community Garden, and he isn't showing any signs of slowing down despite being in his 80s. It all started when he became a director at Fraserburgh Development Trust and was put in charge of the community garden. He was part of a very small cohort of volunteers that took a waste piece of ground situated just off Alexandra Terrace and West Road and has turned it into a beautiful community garden that's not only a triumph to see, but provides produce and learning opportunities for various groups within the community. This garden has been a labour of love for Bill, who remains the constant driving force behind it. It's a beautiful educational space that's used a derelict area of ground for a positive initiative that benefits the whole community.
So, the Beautiful Aberdeenshire Environmental Award tonight goes to Shark Johnshaven Environmental Group. Congratulations.
Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh. Shut up and dance with me. Ooh, ooh. Shut up and dance with me.
Absolutely brilliant to see John getting a bit of recognition there. I have to say, if you've never been to the Johnshaven Fish Festival, you must go. It is absolutely epic. It's gaining its own momentum. Fabulous August day out. And I might even enter the raft race one day. You don't need to win. You don't need to win. Coming last sometimes is a bigger achievement than winning. At least that's what I tell myself in life. Now, we're on to our next award, and our next award is our Local Hero Courage Award. And I'm delighted to say, please welcome to the stage Aberdeenshire Council Chief Executive, Jim Savage.
Good evening, Chair. Good to see you here this evening. It's such a special evening to convene and come together to celebrate the achievements and the giving of so many people in such special ways across our communities. And as we've said here, we've got the Local Hero Courage Award. This is where we hear about people who, in the face of adversity, in the face of challenge, have shown courage, bravery and dedication to still achieve and overcome their difficult situations. Let's see our finalists.
It's people like Suzanne who epitomise this award category, a community champion in the face of adversity. 10 years ago, she was diagnosed with a high-grade stage 4 brain tumour. Surgery, radiotherapy and chemotherapy followed, with children who were just 7 and 4 at the time. But did Suzanne just sit back and take it easy? This is Inspiring Aberdeenshire, so of course she didn't. In the words of her oncologists, she's a miracle. It's incredibly rare to get so far after her diagnosis. Her courage, determination and strength was always admired by everyone who met her. Over the past 10 years, Suzanne has gone out of her way to help other people whenever she can, as a survivor and ambassador. She signed up and volunteered to be part of the Courage on the Catwalk volunteer group and has become a volunteer at the ARI Anchor Unit. In total, Suzanne has raised over £100,000 for the Brain Tumour Charity, Brain Tumour Research, Clan, Friends of Anchor and the ARI Neuro Ward. Long may you continue to be a champion, Suzanne. Fraser has been volunteering at Mearns Youth Club since it began. He's never missed a youth club session and is amazing with all the young people who attend. Fraser has ASC, hypermobility, anxiety and problems with his mobility. Yet he's there encouraging and interacting with all the young people he meets every week. His ideas and contributions to the youth club and wider community through community cafes and community engagement is second to none. He's currently completing a college placement at a nearby school and is highly thought of as one of the staff and an inspiration to the pupils. His ambition is to be a PSA in a primary school to help young people who have ASN like himself. He's the perfect role model for overcoming adversity. This nomination is one of the broadest these awards have ever had. It's not for a named individual or even a group, but for the way a whole community pulls together time and again, often in the worst of scenarios. The Kintore area is affected regularly by flooding, but through the Community Council, the Resilience Group, residents and volunteers, both official and unofficial, they pull together when flooding strikes and support each other in the most unified way. There are tales of locals with lorries and pumps coming to help pump water out of gardens, people coming to the rescue of neighbours, volunteers working long days and nights to go door to door and support people who can't stay in their homes, rest centres being set up and food and shelter provided. And it isn't just the formal structures. This award recognises that when the community needs a hero, they can often find it from within. To everyone who stepped up and helped out when things have got bad, Kintore is incredibly grateful.
Most certainly 3 very inspiring finalists, but our winner for this evening for this award, Local Hero Award, is Suzanne Davis.
Holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm of your hand. Why don't we leave it at that? Nothing to say, and everything gets in the way. Seems you cannot be replaced, and I'm the one who'll stay. Oh, in this world.
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. I mean, just when you see the pictures of all the different places around this incredible county, it's just so inspiring. The one thing I think I've tried to do, I'm dead lucky. I get to go all over. In the 24 years I've lived up here, I've probably just about visited, not every village or hamlet, but just about all of them. And it is incredible. One thing I would definitely say, sometimes we can take that for granted. But if there's somewhere that you've always fancied going, a beach cove, a hill, honestly, the weather's cracking tomorrow. It's cracking on Friday. It's going to be okay at the weekend. Pick somewhere. get a bus, drive out there, visit it. Go to that place that you've always kind of meant to go to, whether it's Slains Castle or a beach that you know on the North Coast that looks amazing on Instagram. Just go and visit it because it will make your day. Now, talking about making people's days, we've been, awarding incredible people recognition here tonight. And that's a wonderful thing to do, but as I mentioned earlier, an incredibly hard, an impossibly hard decision to come to. And it's probably worth just finding out how the judges managed it. I'd like to welcome back onto the stage the Provost of Aberdeenshire, Judy White, to elucidate a little bit about that, Judy. An unenviable task.
Thank you, Chris. And you're absolutely right. It is so difficult to judge these awards. I think we've probably all got a taste of it by watching that video clip this evening. I think you can see from that just the range and the breadth of nominations that we receive every year. So to narrow those down, to shortlist them is really very difficult because every single one of those stories is inspirational in their own way. But we have to do that. We have to get together. We have many, many nominations. We read through them all. We shortlist them. We get together as a group of judges, and then we shortlist them, narrow down to the finalists, and then from there select the winners. So I think what we do is we always try and ask some partners that we work with through the council who also know Aberdeenshire in their own different ways through their work or their own community involvements. So on the judging panel this year, we included the Lord Lieutenant of Kincardineshire, Alistair McPhee, who is with us this evening. And I wonder, Alistair, if you might enlighten us a little bit on what the judging was like for you.
Thank you. This is the second time I've been invited to be a judge. I cannot believe just how many different individuals and groups that are not only in this room but are in the community that are supporting our community, and that is so appreciated. How do we identify the winners? I tell you, it is extraordinarily difficult. There's just small nuances of how it's been written, or people actually know these individuals or groups, and that has made the difference. Thank you.
You're right, and it's often quite heartwarming, quite heart-wrenching, reading some of the nominations as well, and every one of them are very worthy contenders. We also we're joined this evening by Superintendent Graham Smith from Police Scotland, who is one of our partners through the local authority. Graham, would you like to tell us, were you surprised by the volume of nominations that we had, particularly this year?
Yeah, it's a very good question, and thanks for the privilege of allowing me to be here. It's my first time, unlike Alistair. I already knew the fantastic initiatives that were going across Aberdeenshire, so I was really taken aback by the amount and quality of nominations this year. I can honestly say that it was no mean feat to whittle down the number to get to the finalists that we have tonight. And I can't remember how many times I changed my mind because it was so close. And what I would say, there are winners tonight, but I would say every nominee is a winner. And I would thank you all.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more, Graham. So I'm pleased to say, as we saw in the video, that the team here that put all this together are going to be opening the nominations for next year very soon. So please, everyone, get your thinking caps on. Think about people in your community, people that you may have been inspired by some of the stories of tonight, and get those nominations in for next year so that we can carry on celebrating the best of Aberdeenshire. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost, and thank you to our judges who've come along here tonight. Sadly, we're up to our penultimate award. Not long to go, but still some brilliant smiles for us all to enjoy and some incredible, incredible work that people in our community do. This is the Community Spirit Award, sponsored by FES, and Council Leader Gillian Owen is here to introduce the award, joined by Craig Ruddock from FES.
Good evening, everybody. some truly inspirational people we've seen to it this evening. And you'll see I'm not capable of handing out the award by myself. Probably something to do with this. I'm really delighted to be here tonight to introduce the Community Spirit Award. This award goes to an individual or group who has supported a cause or project which helps to foster a spirited, embracing, and vibrant local community. Let's have a look at the finalists in this category.
Men United is a charity working in Peterhead, surrounding areas and over Aberdeenshire as a whole. They provide a support service for men suffering with their mental health through peer support, a listening ear, safe spaces and professional support. To date, they've supported around 850 men and intervened and saved over 30 people who were considering taking their own lives. The drop-in centre is open 5 days a week, free for all men to attend. Recently, the group have started a support service for young men aged 16 to 21, identifying a gap in mental health support for this age group. Local groups are available at Newmacher and Turriff and also online. Men United staff visit workplaces and give talks on how to help or spot those who may be struggling. As a charity, they're growing all the time, reaching out to those who have nowhere else to turn. Men United are helping people see that life is worth living, and for that we should all be very grateful. Community group the Maud Village Trust has spent 2 decades going the extra mile in order to put the heart back into Maud. The group have dedicated their time and resource to regenerate their small village, to bring new community benefits to residents. Their work is helping Maud emerge as a vibrant and inspiring community. Almost overnight in 2001, the vibrant and bustling village, which had served as the centre of agricultural life for the farming communities of Buchan and beyond, came to a standstill, raising deep concern amongst local people about its future. In response to this, members of the newly formed Maud Village Trust emerged with a community action plan. They've been instrumental in the establishment of the Maud Resource Centre and Community Service Centre as a sustainable facility with a wider range of projects than you could imagine. There's something here for literally everyone. Maud Village Trust have more than met their objective and are a true example of using collective power as a catalyst for positive change. One of the nominations for Julie for this year's awards simply opens with the sentence, "Julie is an amazing woman." She is a near constant presence in the Fine Piece Cafe, which she runs in the Jubilee Hall in Portlethen. She's there almost all the time, she does most of the baking, and she's active in the community, encouraging and assisting everyone along to see the service for themselves. She also actively encourages people to help out, and that has very visible benefits for the community. Julie volunteers at the larder in Portlethen and goes above and beyond there too, delivering food to those who may not be able to come along to the larder themselves. She collects their orders and she makes sure that no one is forgotten to the community. She's also ready and willing to support many of the other fundraising groups in the town, always willing to give her time. Another nomination said, "I've never seen her anything but smiling and positive, a truly valued resident of the community."
The moment you've all been waiting for. And it's an honour to say that the 2024 winner is Men United.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Thanks to Gillian and Craig as well there. We're just about there. We're just about there. Before I finish and go on to our final award of the night, I just wanted to say it's just really touching. Like everyone who's here who's a winner, everyone who's here who's been a nominee, you are amazing. Keep on doing it. It's just wonderful. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations to you. Now, our last and final award of the night is the big one, the Inspiring Aberdeenshire Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, this is kindly sponsored by BP, and I'd like to bring Judy back onto stage, the Provost, Judy White, and Stephen Christie from BP to present this award, the Inspiring Aberdeenshire Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thank you, Chris. I can't believe we've reached this point already. It's just gone so fast. It's been a lovely evening. So it's my privilege to present this award this evening. This award is presented in recognition of an outstanding contribution to a local cause, project, initiative or community. And the finalists in this category really are a true inspiration to others across Aberdeenshire. So we're now going to watch the film.
Maggie has been the heart of Inverurie Marketplace School and Uriside School for over 25 years. She retires in June after she started at Marketplace in 1996. She's been a firm part of the fabric of both schools and the wider community. Her kindness is noted by pupils and staff and is the person who brings colour to school life. If that is from fine treat Fridays to significant inspections, she's always been name-checked for her warmth and care. Outside school, Maggie teaches twice weekly at Ellen Pool to provide children with additional support needs, babies and toddlers, the basic skills to water safety. She volunteers several times a week at Ithen Swimming Club and with school teams, being lucky enough to be able to include Hannah Miley as part of the team, where she leads swimming lessons and life-saving. Always on the go, she insists retirement will not slow her down. Apparently, she's going to keep on with her volunteering work, helping out with her numerous grandchildren, and even finding time to fit in the odd 10k run. Wee Jim, as he's affectionately known, is truly an inspiration to so many people in Stonehaven. A raft of testimonials supported his nomination, and the group nominating him were blown away by all the responses. It shows just how much he's valued. Over the years, he's held many positions on local groups, including the Men's Shed, the Community Council, the Stonehaven Town Partnership, and the Fireballs Association. There are very few events which take place in the town that he's not involved with. For those he does support, it's recognised they wouldn't be as much of a success without him. He's been nominated because of his generosity of time over many years and his sheer determination to support Stonehaven and its people to make their town a better place. Jim has dedicated himself to making a difference to a community that couldn't be more grateful for his work. Alec is the operations manager at Peterhead Prison. He's worked tirelessly since the site was bought from the prison service to turn it into a 5-star tourist attraction, bringing visitors from all over the world to Peterhead. Alec has dedicated years of his life to breathing life back into the Victorian prison. The aim is to give visitors a unique experience, which many come back for time and time again. His vision for the museum has seen multiple exhibits and experiences added to and expanded over the years, ensuring that there's always something new and interesting, no matter how many times you visit. Following COVID, the museum was weeks away from having to close its doors. However, Alec's passion, commitment and determination to keep this going saw the museum come back strong, back to being the top tourist attraction that it always has been. He's not ready to retire just yet, but he will be leaving enormous boots to be filled when he does, and this nomination is a way of saying thank you for everything.
congratulations to all the finalists in this category. I have to say all of them are very deserving. But it is a privilege now to open the envelope and announce that the winner of the 2024 Lifetime Achievement Award is Jim Stephen.
Stars. I wanna die in your arms. Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark.
Just checking the running order with the professional. So, congratulations again to all of our finalists in each and every category. So while I've got the microphone, now is a very important part. It's an opportunity for me to offer some thanks for the evening. First of all, to all our winners tonight, well done. To all the finalists in every category, you are incredible. If you're able to, please stand up and take a bow, and certainly a very well-deserved round of applause from the room. Well done. Well done. Well done. And thank you to the people who nominated you. You will know who you are. Many of them won't be here tonight, but without the nominations, we can't have awards. So thank you to everyone who did take the time to send in a nomination. I'd also like to thank the members of our judging panel who did have a very difficult task, and it was a pleasure to spend time with you while we were doing undertaking the judging. To all of our performers this evening, I'd like to thank them for the extra sparkle that they bring to the awards. To Amy, who piped us in, to Inch Primary School Choir, and to Jamie, the fabulous pianist. I'd like to thank our corporate sponsors, to thank you for all of your support. Without you, this event just wouldn't be possible. So we'll go through them and then we'll give a big round of applause at the end. So to the In-Stock Group, to TPS Fruit and Veg, to Oxygen Finance, and to our headline sponsors, BP and Fez. Thank you. I'd also like to thank PCL Live for the AV and the filming support. I think you'll agree that the filming that we were able to watch was excellent. And also to North East Events for making the room look so special tonight. To Meldrum House for the room itself, for feeding us and watering us and making us feel so at home. I'd also like to give a special shout out and thank you to Fiona at Afford Academy, who supplied the delicious tablet on the table. Thank you. And to the events team at Aberdeenshire Council, through the customer and digital services team and beyond, who put together this event from start to finish, from collating the nominations and organising everything. Thank you so much. And last but not least, to Chris, our host of the evening, for hosting us so expertly and professionally and keeping us all on track. So thank you very much, Chris. Thank you.
Very well. Thank you very much again. Thank you, Judy, and thank you all the councillors who came along. Special thanks from me to Sarah and the team who've made such a brilliant night possible here for everyone to enjoy. It's been an absolute pleasure. I mean, it's just a brilliant thing. We don't do it enough. We don't pick out the heroes amongst our community really enough. They turn up every day. They turn up rain or shine, as we've enjoyed today, and they just make this a better place to live. thank you so much for going above and beyond every single day. For everyone at Inspiring Aberdeenshire, thank you once again. Thank you for joining us and helping us celebrate tonight. It's great because not just tonight, there will be the legacy as you saw last year and previous years. There's just memories which you can always take away, but they're there immortalised in digital form. I'm going to ask as well, don't leave. Can we invite all of our finalists and winners up to the stage now to get a big jamboree of a picture? Come on, everyone. If you can make it up to the stage, and let's get that big photo.